Welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV after show for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We're talking the petty mess. Let's go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
At an 11. Hey guys. Cake by the ocean, you guys. Cake by the
so
ocean.
Perfect for tonight.
We felt it was appropriate. Hey guys, welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV after show for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm Jennifer Leone, and you could find me on Twitter at Jennifer Leone TV. And please follow AFTERBUZZ TV as well at AFTERBUZZ TV. And also go to SoundCloud and iTunes. Give us a thumbs up, 5-star rating, all of the above. And to my left, my lovely co-host. Tell them where they can find you guys.
Hi everyone, I'm Cynthia Nicole. You can find me on all of my social media under Cynthia Nicole 5. And unfortunately, I'm not dressed for the beach today.
Good thing we're far away.
Yes.
And it's your boy DJ Richie Skye. You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Richie Skye.
Yeah. And on Stripped.
Yes. The episodes are still there on BravoTV.com, or you can download the Bravo Now app.
Yay! Yeah, that's why Richie wasn't here.
Yeah.
And Thomas is not here. He's at Thomas Orlina and in the Philippines, so you can follow him on his journey.
I think he was on CNN in the Philippines as well.
Oh yeah, a little live interview, fun.
Nice.
So yeah, check it out. So you guys, petty mess, petty mess. I feel that this show, I mean, all of the episodes could be called this, but particularly this episode has been extremely petty. What do you guys think?
Very. I'm like, what did I walk back into?
Yeah, exactly. Last week was kind of a snooze. It was, I mean, it was a pretty party and cute and everything. But this one, it was like everything's fallen together. Who's against who? This is exactly what I was talking about.
The drama started right from the beginning.
Really,
I was like,
though.
wow.
Really? I mean, Dorit starts off with PK, and they're just talking a little bit about the party, but she's, you know, clearly having the conversation with her husband again about the girls and what she thinks. But that was like just a tiny little portion, and I was like, okay, I think this is a little prediction for what's going on. And then we get into LVP, who is with all the puppies, and it's so cute. But she has the great news, which is even greater than the puppies, that the lawsuit was dropped. So you guys agree that this is a huge deal?
Yeah, it was definitely huge. I think, you know, given the sort of lead up to all of this, and then to kind of see it finally, like, just case closed, it shut down.
Yeah.
I thought it was a big moment for her.
Absolutely.
It really was a big moment for her.
Yeah.
Because the important part is about the dogs, her business. That's the most important. And I don't know the other side of the story, but as long as it's dropped, happy people, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And really quick, I noticed we don't have the live chat up. If we could pull that up whenever you get a chance, so you guys can talk to us live. You guys can share your opinions on all this petty mess. So Kyle and Teddy, they're shopping together. They're having a good time. What did you feel about this? Is the first time that the girls are really starting to mesh and talk a little drama.
You know, I'm over the whole Dorit versus Teddy situation, particularly over wine glasses, over who was late. I mean, I get it. There's an annoyance when anybody's late, but you're annoyed in that moment, not for a season.
You mean they're holding on a little long?
Yeah, I mean, I just know that from watching other shows. I mean, these ladies are late all the time, and sometimes they're late because of production. That's just the way it is.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. How do you feel, Cynthia?
I mean, all this pettiness, it feels like reality. Like, this is what goes on a daily basis on girls and guys. I don't know if they go through all this, but I felt like I could relate sometimes on this specific episode, you know, and like the cat fights and like trying to be better in competition and just all of it. Like, I felt like I've lived that episode.
Really? Like every single thing you think it was like relatable?
Yes.
Like, how about you, Richie, in a guy's world?
You know, when I have friends that are late, I'm very upfront about me being annoyed about something. Because I am notoriously on time.
Okay.
Like, I am the friend that is, the reservation is at noon, I'm going to be there at 11:59.
Okay.
I do not work by Hollywood standards. I'm not that guy. I don't show up to the party extra late to make an entrance. No, if I'm here, if I'm coming, I'm going to be on time. So
Okay.
I do get annoyed when someone, if I'm waiting 30 minutes, I'm over you. You owe me some drinks and actually probably my meal.
Okay. All right. How about you, Cynthia?
I actually had that happen to me a few weeks ago.
What did you have?
I was waiting for a friend, and they were 30 minutes late. So I personally don't talk to that person anymore because I'm on a busy schedule.
Cut off! Cut off!
And it was a photographer, and for me, professionalism at all times. And they text me. We were supposed to meet at 6. They text me at 6. They were going to be 30 minutes late. So I said to myself, if I continue to allow this into my personal space about being late, it's going to continue in the same pattern.
It absolutely will.
So I said, no, I can't work with you. I hope you find other clients. But so I went straight to the point.
So this wasn't a friend?
No, we have been like social media friends, but for me, I don't put up with it only because then you're gonna let them continue to do it, and then what if you have like an important event and they come late?
Sure, of course.
Maybe it's different with friends.
Well, but the thing about it is, as we see, Dorit has a problem with time. She's a very casual time orientation. So it's like, if we see this every episode, it seems like, where she's late to meet at least one of them.
Yeah, do you think she's doing this on purpose?
I think she's just notoriously late. I think there are those people who are just always late, and they always have the excuse, and it's always someone else's fault.
Okay. I believe that this goes back into my theory of Dorit, and Dorit trying to claim a name for herself. And because last season, she didn't have a problem with time. So what's going on this season? I feel like there's just a lot of extra, you know? So
extra time, what, getting glam?
No,
or
I think
just being...
creating a character. So there's staples in creating a character. You know, what do you know when you think of someone? And also, if all of this, I guess, Dorit drama didn't go down, what drama would we really have? You know, she's the basis of a lot of this right now, and I think she wants it that way.
Interesting.
We'll see.
I kind of like it.
So really quickly, though, let's touch on Lisa Rinna's girls, and they're growing up. They're doing big things. Time to move out. They talked about this. But they still want to hold on to their childhood a little bit. What do you think about that whole Lisa Rinna kid model situation, kind of like Gigi and Bella?
Okay. I'm probably in the minority here. I'm very happy about their success. I understand the importance of family. I'm a little tired of seeing her storyline driven by them. I just feel like I don't feel like I don't want to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians when I'm watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh,
I prefer Lisa. I like Lisa. Lisa could have her own show to me. I don't even need to see the kids. I don't need to see Harry. I just need to see her. You know, and I just want more of that because I get it. The kids are growing up. The kids are modeling. I understand it, but she's way more interesting to me than what they have going on. Just my opinion.
Huh. Interesting.
I think on a standpoint where her kids are, you know, like Amelia's trying to be 16 and stuff, I really, you know, if I could give any advice, I think that being a kid is the best thing that you can do, and don't grow up too fast, especially in this business. But I like how Lisa's very active with her kids, and I love how Amelia voiced her, like, no, I want to be a kid. I don't want to get my learner's permit yet, and that's good. Like, that's really great. But I feel like Lisa Rinna does need her own career and her own TV show, because I loved her as Billy growing up. I wanted to be a villain just like her because of Billy. I would like run home just to like watch that show because she came out in it.
That's so cute.
It was awesome, but yeah.
That's awesome. And she's going back to work, and I mean, it's good to see all of that happening and see her breakdown of her days.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and I love hearing her weeks. You know, she's like, well, Monday this, Tuesday this, you know.
She's a lot going
on. A lot going on. So it's interesting, though, that she's trying to drive her storyline with the daughters. So once you said that, I was like, I guess that's true. Maybe she's just trying to give them, like, an upper leg.
I mean, I get it. It works. I think it works for this show. It's just like, for me personally, you know, I like my Lisa Rinna a little messy. I like her a little bit more in the mix with the girls. You know what I'm saying? I like her on QVC. I want to see where she's flying off to next. You know, I like that aspect of her because she's busy.
Cleaning hotels.
Yeah, I mean, I love. She's so like she has these idiosyncrasies that are just hilarious to me.
Right, and they're genuine.
Yeah.
You know it's Lisa Rinna.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like something where, in my opinion, I feel like Dorit's creating a character where Lisa Rinna is a character.
Oh, God, yes.
You know?
That is a very good way to put it. Very good way to put it.
So let's move into LVP, Dorit, and Kyle, the dinner. So they have been prepping all episode for this dinner. So we knew it was going to be a doozy, and it's very rare three of the women get a little sit down. Dorit is late, and
again.
Yes, but LVP, the queen, is waiting. What do you think of this whole situation now? Does it matter who you are, you know, who you have waiting for you?
It always matters to me who I have waiting for me because I assume everyone's time is valuable.
Okay.
You know, because I'm thinking to myself, I'm busy, so I know I assume everybody else is busy.
Of course.
So I don't like to keep people waiting. I thought in the episode that LVP handled it very well. You know, she kind of was like, you guys are late, but she moved on from it.
Yeah,
you know
totally
made
a joke of it.
Yeah, and it was just like, it was kind of done until later.
Right, there were bigger issues that came down. So let's just talk about this dinner and also this whole thing that's going on with Kyle and LVP. Richie, I know you're just bursting to say something. Let's just dive right in. What do you think?
Oh my God, there's so much to talk about. Okay, so I do feel that LVP had a justification for feeling how she felt. And I say this, having met Kyle, I love her to death, and she's going to be on Watch What Happens Live again tonight.
Oh my gosh. Her face looks amazing, by the way.
She's beautiful, beautiful. And she's so sweet. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet.
But that doctor, if you can get that name. Just saying.
You know, next time I see her, but no, I just felt like, you know, I could sort of get where LVP came from with that situation. I think that this was a moment for her that she kind of just wanted the girls to kind of bask in with her because it was such a big relief.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, I get that Kyle and Dorit had an issue to overcome. I don't necessarily think that LVP should have been pulled into it. Okay. You know, and I feel like that was probably the catalyst for like, okay, this is about to go downhill. Then I kind of felt like I got why she left. I wish she didn't. I wish she hadn't have left while Kyle was crying, though. Because I felt like that was the part that actually hurt Kyle the most.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
totally.
like, I'm crying, you're my friend, and you're leaving. And LVP's like, I wanted a moment to share with you guys, and I wanted it to be special, but now it's ruined by all of this. I see both sides.
Okay.
I do. But I'm really mad at Dorit.
Why are you mad at Dorit?
Because listen, here's the thing. You know, when LVP left, I felt like Dorit really had a lot of negative things to say about her. And I felt like, because I believe, as per their interviews and what we're watching on the show, that LVP has had both of their backs.
That is very true.
Particularly Dorit's. When Dorit messed up with Camille, LVP was the first person to tell her, you need to apologize.
Oof.
You know, so I just thought, I'm listening to Dorit kind of go in on her after she left, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, she's your actual real ally on the show.
And one that you want. You know, LVP is someone that you need in your corner.
You do.
I'm sorry.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. So I don't know. I was dismayed by that.
I want to know, and be real with me. Be real with us. I want the nitty gritty of how you truly feel.
Okay, so I analyzed just this little snippet. I'm reading a book called Reach for Your Potential Success. It talks about time. It talks about not voicing your opinion, having your friends not listen to you. I really felt that Lisa wanted a listening ear, and she wasn't getting it around the table. And then I felt that Kyle started to cry, and it was almost as if she wanted like sympathy. She wanted somebody to listen to her, but Lisa couldn't deal with it. And Kyle was trying to, but unfortunately, what happens is when you don't deal with something challenging to help you evolve as a person, you run away. So Lisa ran away in her limo, and she felt as though possibly she wanted to be with people who love her. At that moment, she felt that. And sometimes when you want to go head on to a challenging friendship and evolve and grow within your friends, you have to hit it head on, challenge, and so you can grow. But if I were to take anyone's side, I felt like they all needed to be sitting at the table to discuss it. They had to deal with it. They couldn't leave. So I couldn't take anybody's side right now.
Okay.
So
how do you feel about after she left, LVP left, and what Dorit had to say?
Okay, so I felt that Dorit should not have told her personal information about her other friend. Whatever you say one-on-one, you keep that one-on-one. I'm not going to go and tell Richie your private business, because then for me, I'm losing complete trust. So I felt as though Dorit should not have told her that, but Lisa should have been sitting there with her, listening to that, because I felt closer to Lisa about the emotional side and not having warmth from her parents. This book is really exceptional, so if you guys want to read it, reach for your potential for success. But I feel that Dorit should have not opened up to Kyle like that. It wasn't her place to open up like that.
How about you?
I'll go off.
What do you think?
What do I think? I think
the
that
whole thing.
Yeah.
We need it all.
Okay, well, I truly believe that this is a battle of the queens, and a bunch of women who get what they want 99.5% of the time. And if they don't, then there's tantrums that happen. And whether it be them not having the purse that they want in stock, or their friend not listening to them, or their friend not caring when they cry, or, you know, crying to get in a reaction, or, you know, I think that it was, I'll one up you, I'll one up you. One. You know, I think it's something that has to do with the competition, which Erica had mentioned, where I was like, oh, okay, someone's hitting the nail a little bit on the head or calling someone out. I just feel that since it's on camera and since these women have been to a lot of the reunions where they want to cover their tracks, have the right clips. The fact that, you know, I think Kyle tends to sometimes do that, but same thing with, you know, LVP and, you know, poor me on any aspect. So that's kind of what I think.
Wow. And what about after?
After, I think that Dorit's trying to stir the pot. She did that on purpose. She knew that she was the only one that knew, probably. You know, if Lisa's like, oh, you know, I have this new thing. Depends on how Lisa approached it to Dorit. Yeah. I don't particularly remember that part. But if it was a private matter, I think that Dorit mentioned all that stuff on purpose. And also what we see into the next episode, it sounds like Dorit's going to have a habit of that. So that is my opinion.
You think on purpose, though?
Yeah.
You really believe that? I think she just literally just opened her mouth. That was like on my side.
I
think
don't
it's
know.
calculated.
I don't know. I love hearing your perspective because it's kind of conspiracy theorist. So it opens my mind to a new possibility every single time. That's why I was like, I gotta know.
I mean, I look at all the different angles. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh my God. I'm gonna rewatch that episode.
We all gotta rewatch. What do you guys think?
Olga.
Yes, everyone's on. Hi guys. Hi Susan. Hi Olga. Oh wow.
And for anyone who's listening, we are looking at the live chat right now on YouTube.
Yeah, live chat. Sorry
so you guys
about
will
that.
have to go there too to see what we're seeing. But
yeah, Dorit comes off as very self-serving. So you feel that I'm just reading through, and I feel that people have mixed feelings.
Is that so? Okay, let's say for the sake of argument that this was purposeful. Right?
Okay.
Now, does this work to her benefit or to her detriment?
Benefit.
Detriment.
Why do you think detriment?
Because now the other girls are gonna gang up on her.
Do you think that's a bad thing for someone who's trying to stay on a show?
Well, as we've seen, this can go one of two ways. This can secure your spot for next season, but you're going against the wrong one.
Ooh, the two queen bees.
You cannot. I mean, you can choose one or the other. I feel like, but your best bet would probably be Kyle, because it's going to be a very tough road to get back in with Lisa Vanderpump, because I feel like she's a little less likely to forgive.
Who is Richie gonna choose? Find out tonight. No.
Well, Kyle actually has the full pull on, on casting. So I feel.
But Kyle is a little more. I mean, she's softer. She has a softer approach to friendship, and I feel like, deep down, this is my sense, just from kind of watching her and even in person, she does. I feel like she likes for everybody to get along. She does. I mean, I sense that in my spirit about her, but. I just feel like that could go one of two ways for Dorit, because we saw what happened with Brandi. Yeah. When she went against the two of them, that didn't work out so well for her.
Oof. Good point.
So don't be
good
Brandi.
Point. Don't be Brandi. Tweeting and
slapping
and drinking and slapping and all that mess. Yeah. Who knows? But I think it's who called the dinner? Who wanted to have them all sit down?
I don't know. I think they didn't say really.
Then it's a producer. Well, we'll never know, but I want to know what you guys think. I'm really interested to see this reunion. I feel that it's going to be really layered with a lot of stuff.
I feel like we're going to get some layers coming up.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's all going to come out.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder who the girls are gonna take sides with, like Erica versus.
I just feel like there's more to come with Erica this season. In my mind, I do. I feel like she's kind of had a little bit of a backseat with the drama, and Rinna has too. So I'm kind of excited for them to get back in the mix.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's too much going on with Dorit.
Literally,
she's like 5 girls in one, and she's got the whole show. So. I'm moving into these infamous limo rides where they pair up the women. They're on their way to Teddy's. And I like this. It makes me feel like old school housewife.
Oh, I don't know why I love those limo rides too.
Oh, love it. It's nostalgic. And who really takes a limo anymore? So I feel that this is totally on purpose so that we can just feel that and love it. Yeah. And who they pair together is great. So what do you feel about the little talks that they have off the, I guess, drama?
I was really interested to see Erica and LVP riding together, because I just feel like we don't really see them in a lot of scenes together one-on-one. So it was nice to see that.
Yeah, I felt that too.
Yeah.
I liked how they interacted, and Erica was listening to Lisa vent about however she was feeling, and I really like that friendship. I want to see more of it. Bring more.
But they actually get there now, and immediately Kyle says, "I didn't even put my stuff down, and you started with me."
Well, actually, I was watching the scene and Lisa started with Dorit.
Right.
And then
right.
Kyle I felt like she felt the door was open, so she walked through it.
But she wants everyone to get along.
Well, you're right. But I did notice that, you know, she didn't direct her ire at Kyle. She directed it at Dorit.
So now these little fights that are starting immediately. I thought it was cute that in the beginning how everyone was getting along just for a minute, and you know Teddy and Dorit brought so much food and the olive tree, as she would put it, she extended.
I want some egg rolls.
Right? I want to know what Dorit's mom's cooking.
I know.
Everything. So it looks so good. So now Teddy's making the jokes. Teddy thinks it's going good. And immediately you see her face. Oh, and we didn't cover the faces.
Oh my God.
Oh, that is
how I
so
have been
prime.
waiting all season
for Kyle.
Kyle and Dorit's faces
face.
when LVP left in that limo. That
It's
was everything.
the mouth drop. So great. So there's a lot of facial action going on here. So back to where we were talking about in Teddy's home. I just had to go back there and talk about the little moment for a minute. But yeah, so they're starting. And I feel that, you know, you set it up right then and there for the rest of not only the episode, but probably the next few. So what do you guys think about all of this?
Well, I'm just glad that Teddy had her beach house because the beach is calming and peaceful and no fighting, positive energy. So I'm glad I got to kind of see that. At least the beach house was lovely. But I think Kyle and Lisa have a beautiful friendship. And, you know, friends fight all the time. Like, we're like soulmates, best friends, whatever you call it. But I think they have inner issues that maybe they haven't talked about, and they're bringing it out this season.
Yeah. Well, they've always had little things.
That's why I kind of liken their relationship to sisters to a certain degree. And maybe not blood sisters, maybe sisters in reality or sisters in, you know, in some kind of sense. But I get this feeling that there, like you said, that there are some underlying issues there. And I feel like that's why Kyle doesn't believe what Lisa's saying, because she kind of, it's kind of like if you look at Kyle's relationship with Kim, it reminds me of that, but to a different degree.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. So it would be best for Dorit to stay out of that, because they have their own thing. And you know, if they go back to being friends, they're going to go back to being friends, and you're going to be on the outside.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you feel that Kyle feels that Lisa and somehow is filling the void of her mother?
Or her sisters.
Or her sisters.
Probably his sisters.
At least a sister on the show, because Kyle is used to having Kim on the show. So I feel like, you know, I don't know. I could be like, but to answer your question, I feel like that could be the case.
Yeah. To be honest, I feel that there's so much, but the LVP and Kyle situation is just on a do you really care about me type level, where as Dorit, it's kind of like, well, I'm friends with her first. Like, it's more of a surface type thing with Dorit.
I agree.
But not every friend has to, like, hug you and touch you and be emotional. They could show emotion in a different way. Maybe Kyle feels like Lisa isn't emotionally, like, soothing, touching, loving. But she shows it in a different way by being there, hanging out with her, laughing. Like, there's other ways. There's, like, the 5 love languages. You don't have to show everyone. You know, everyone's different. We're all human. We're all one. But
I get that, but they've been friends for so long. You know the love language at that point. Like, even
maybe
like
not
2
if
months
she's
in.
crying.
I mean, I feel like 2 months in of any friendship of mine, I know that this is not a girl who likes to hug, or, you know, oh, this girl likes to drink champagne or go out or whatever. Like, you know the type of person, who they are. You know, we all know that LVP is kind of, as Erica put it, soft on the inside, rough around the edges. She has some, you know, things going on.
It takes me 10 years to get to know friends.
But friends probably know.
That's just me.
Girl, what is going on?
That's why I'm reading those books.
Are you available?
Are you available?
I am, but I don't know if they are.
Ooh. I mean, you did say that you felt that this one hit home for you, the petty mess. It's okay. Oh, you got friends here, girlfriend.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Of course. But, you know, how everything went down, Camille ended up coming in. Things were kind of awkward right after. They just did a little, like, you know, little talking. There was really no edit there because I have a feeling that there was really nothing more that was said. And it was just not like the Housewives. Usually there's some glass thrown. And so let's get into predictions, you guys.
Ooh. Let's see what happens.
Any lights? For the predictions. Okay, so with are we gonna? Are we no? Oh, I see something happening. It's okay. It can happen as we do this. Oh, sorry. Okay, no worries. Well, okay. So my prediction is that it's going to be even messier. It's going to be, the next episode would probably be called the big fat mess, not even a little petty mess. I just think that there's going to be a lot of like build up, like this is building up to what the actual big problem will be, and everything will be out on the table.
Yeah.
And then even more problems will start to arise because of lovely Dorit wanting to make sure they have the edits of her talking. I just feel like there's going to be a lot going on and a lot coming out.
I predict definitely some drama with Dorit, LVP, and Kyle. Because I remember seeing the previews for this season, and there's a moment where, actually, I saw this online. I was on Instagram, and as they were filming, apparently there was someone who was watching a scene being filmed in a restaurant, and something had happened with LVP and Dorit, and Kyle and Mauricio and Ken and Lisa were all at dinner, and Lisa was crying. So apparently something really big happened. I don't know what, guys. This is like just what I've been hearing online, so I'm not necessarily sure. I also predict something between Teddy and Erica.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going back with the previews. I really hope we get a mid-season trailer sometime coming up because I feel like that's going to give us a lot of clues as to what we can expect next. But I do feel like there's a little bit more to this LVP versus Dorit thing that's about to happen.
Okay. Cynthia.
All I have to say for my prediction is friendship is not a competition, it's cooperation. That's all I have to say.
Well, these ladies don't like to cooperate.
Nope.
So I guess that's why they have a show.
You never know. You never know. It might change.
Nope.
Might change. No, probably not. Let's go into the live chat really quick. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me get this wording right. Okay, so definitely. Okay, so people think that there's some bad guys things going on, villains. You guys, who's the villain? Dorit is definitely this season's villain. Yeah. Okay, so people agree that this is all going down. Person 1, 2, 3. What are you trying to say with all these abbreviations? Okay, so I guess Dorit is chasing value. That's what she's trying to say. Tell us what you think, you guys, in not just the live chat, but actually in the comments, and we'll respond, and we can break it all down from there. In the meantime, you can catch us on Instagram, Twitter. The people to my left, tell them where you can find everyone.
Okay, you can find me. I'm Cynthia Nicole, #1 villain. Just kidding. You guys can find me on all social media under Cynthia Nicole 5.
And it's your boy DJ Richie Skye. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Richie Skye, and you guys can still catch me on Stripped on BravoTV.com.
I'm Jennifer Leone, and you can find me on Twitter at Jennifer Leone TV, and please follow AfterBuzz TV as well on Instagram and Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Give us a 5-star rating and a thumbs up, please. Talk to us. Tell us what you think. Mwah. Till next week. Bye-bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.